Alright, it's time. Another week. ZTGD Radio. This is episode 757 coming out of the sky. For July 31st, 2023. On the show this week, we got Anthony.
I am here.
We have Terrence.
What up, everybody?
And we're going to have the Wombat joining us in a little bit. He's late. But man, what a week. It's summertime. Video games.
Man, what better way to beat the heat than to play some video games right
I
now?
wish I could beat the heat. Oh, I've been out
yeah.
working in the yard, and I gotta do it again today. It's hot.
Man, it is. Yeah, because we was out there fixing the pool, and then everybody was like, "Oh, I just want to jump in the pool," but the pool it's not ready. Like we had to put the shock stuff in there, and climate change is real. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
My God. Like all these people out here saying it's not. Nigga, this shit is real. What?
Y'all need to stop spraying your aerosol cans into the clouds. Stop it now.
China needs to stop using fucking coal. I was looking it up last night. I was high. Just don't ask questions. Of who the biggest polluters are, and out of whatever the 90% that they have, 12% of what that global warming is based on. Let me see. Yeah, 100 companies responsible for 71% of global emissions. Out of that 70%, China coal is 14.32%. The next highest one is 4.50. And they're going to be like, bro, they're going to be like, bro, maybe you should take the fucking bus. How about fuck you?
Right, jeez.
How about you tell China Coal, the Saudi Arabian oil company, Gazprom, National Iranian Oil Co., ExxonMobil, Coal India, and maybe you tell, the list of 100 people doing the most damage first before you start asking fucking citizens to maybe take the bus once in a while. Trust me, it's like when they're like, guys, we're not going to use plastic straws anymore, which I agree with. I don't think single-use plastics should be a thing, but bro, that is far from the biggest fucking problem in this. Stop asking the fucking lowest level to fix the fucking problem.
I mean, we're always expected the lowest level takes the biggest beating. That's the way that works.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm telling everybody that's out there that maybe feels guilt not to feel guilt.
Oh,
it's billionaires' faults. Oh, amazing!
What else is new?
Who would have guessed? It literally fucking Scooby-Doo ripped the mask off. I was like, oh shit! It's the people that were blatantly the bad guys all along.
I don't trust Scooby. I've seen him with some.
Scooby and Shaggy do weed. Not ever shown in the show, but I mean,
what do you think Scooby snacks are? Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, they absolutely are edibles. Like, what the hell? All right, video games. Come on,
let's talk about video games.
Scooby-Doo, and they're gonna be like, "What y'all doing?"
Speaking of picking up trash, I played more Pikmin 4.
Wait a minute.
That's Anthony starting.
Yeah. Go for it.
Alright, that was a good segue. Fuck you. I had.
He's quiet.
He goes, I wasn't saying anything. You did. You're like, I guess Anthony's starting. Yeah,
I didn't say that. That was Terrence that said that.
Well, that fuck Terrence said. Terrence, fuck you.
I did.
God damn.
I just walked in.
You high now? Is that what the problem is?
Whatever. Fuck it. I wasn't paying attention. I just heard criticism and fucking started blasting.
Right. He just started unloading. So I started blasting. That's what it was. Pikmin. I'm trying to hear about this Pikmin, man. Come on.
Pikmin 4. So I've watched the credits roll.
You beat it. Damn. Okay.
Yeah. I don't think it's at this point. Nintendo seems to have you finished the game, but really, no.
Okay.
But I mean, I won't talk about anything past that point because we're moving into severe spoilers. But there's post game content essentially. yeah, I mean, talk about my game of the year almost. Like when you're torn between Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin 4, I kind of lean towards Pikmin. Only because Tears of the Kingdom is more Breath of the Wild. Like it's very good, but it is more of something I've seen before. And Pikmin 4 just sort of reestablishes Pikmin as something slightly different than it was. Less of a real-time strategy. And I know there's exploration elements, but this game is like really focused on puzzle solving and less of the RTS, I guess, like because you can move as one unit. And man, like just how good the level design got in later areas. I'm just wholly impressed. I mean, Chibi Robo is sort of a cult game, and I feel like if anybody has love for that game, that you should play Pikmin 4 because it's probably the closest you're gonna get to that. Yeah, you still have your day and night cycle, and there's like it's not a perfect game. Neither is Tears of the Kingdom, in my opinion. But they're goddamn close. There's small things from like previous Pikmin games, like the pathfinding for Pikmin. Eventually, they will just give up and just kind of stand idly by. There's ways to there's fixes that are implemented, but they're not foolproof. And it's funny because there is a lot of pathfinding in this game in terms of enemy design. Like literally the night missions are a tower defense, so all the enemies walk lines, right? Like they know how to get to places. So Pikmin generally don't have this issue, but they do get stuck on environments sometimes, and you're just like, why are you getting stuck on the environment? Or you build a climbing wall, which means you can't take Ochi the dog with you, and you have to cross a bridge, but the Pikmin are grouped up behind you and they're too wide for the bridge. You have too many Pikmin, so some of them fall off and then they can't follow you. And it's not ever a big issue. It's just it is like that's weird. Like why couldn't it? Like why does the logic of the game not put the Pikmin into a thinner line behind you so you can cross the bridge easier? Stuff like that. But for the most part, like, yeah, there's some really challenging boss battles. But combat has been put into a more, I want to say like a Zelda-like experience, when you fight bosses, how they're generally puzzles rather than straight up combat.
That's cool.
Yeah, so Pikmin's always had a bit of that, but it was more generally, again, based on moving the Pikmin out of the way. So from a previous game, there's the, I want to say it's the Empress Ballbacks. It basically, it's the red, if you've looked at a Pikmin game, you've seen the little like red thing on two legs that looks like a mushroom and it's got like a dog face and it eats the Pikmin.
Yeah.
The Empress version is a giant grub, essentially, version of that with like the same face, and her whole thing was that she would roll over Pikmin. So the puzzle was, I guess, moving the Pikmin out of the way and still managing attacking her. In this game, because all the Pikmin could ride on Ochi's back, it's more about figuring out how to get the enemies into a position where they're vulnerable and then do just massive amounts of damage all at once. It does feel very different. So I could definitely see people that love Pikmin hating this game, but for the most part, people seem to have really enjoyed the changes, which is nice. I think they're for the better. It really is nice going back at the end of levels and like rescuing people and having each person have their sort of thing that like little side missions that are you can do to earn more of the crafting material, which is used to like build bridges and climbing walls and stuff in the levels, but also are used to get usable items and upgrades for your character. It really is kind of brilliant. Like just the fact that the Ochi gets upgraded too. Like there's a lot to this game to do. I think it's brilliant, but I also again I do recognize the fact that like I have this weird fascination with games that you are small in the normal world. So Chibi Robo, Clockwork Knight, Tinykin, which is boy, this Pikmin game is really close to Tinykin in a lot of ways. I was saying to Ken that like one of the levels in Pikmin 4 is gigantic. Like it's both like on the width level, like on the actual standard level, and as it has layers to it in height. Really brilliant use of vertical space in this game too, which is nice because that's not something that Pikmin really had because that's not how it worked. But because this is kind of more of a platformer at times too, it allows that to happen. I really do think this is probably my game of the year. I've been addicted to it and I can't fucking put it down. I have also played finally because it's mainly a multiplayer game. I had to have someone to play with. I played Everybody 1-2 Switch. What to say about that game?
It exists.
So this is it is the first thing is that it's really weird that their mascot for this game is a guy in a horse mask, like those rubber horse masks that you can just kind of buy everywhere that were popular with memes for a while. They animate that mask at times.
Oh.
It's a little jarring, but it's kind of like, here's the thing, like I really love the WarioWare games, and I feel a lot of WarioWare like the original game, which I think is the weirdest out of the bunch, just by like some of the visuals that they would use are like photographs of like Nintendo employees. Like there's a mini game in the first WarioWare where you are moving a person left and right. They're just kind of like laying down, and you're using them as a paddle for like a breakout game very quickly. And every time the ball hits them, they do like the worm or whatever, and it's very odd and jarring. And that's kind of Everybody 1-2 Switch. Like some of the mini games are pretty normal. Like I like the one that is based off of you have to move the controller at a certain time. But they start showing you the countdown, and they're like, oh, and then like they hide the counter, so it's like you have to remove the pot lid 12 seconds. And that shows you like 1.5 seconds, so you know the timing. And then you have to time in your head and then do the little action with the controller. And, that one's pretty normal. But then there's one where you are summoning aliens. And you're doing a motion with the Joy-Con going up and down in rhythm. And the UFO sort of comes in as you're doing that. And then when the alien comes down, you're moving the controller left to right, and it's like jarringly weird, like outside of the normal Nintendo weird, almost like that weird, like this is the people we like give the experimental shit to. There are some elements clearly from like 1-2 Switch. So I never played 1-2 Switch, but like I remember the whole point was like you don't really need a TV screen. You kind of point at each other. And I did a couple of those, and we did one that was a ninja battle where one person is throwing ninja stars and the other person has a katana, has to deflect. Well, that game with 2 people sucks. But with 3 people, it would be very difficult because 2 people throw ninja stars at the one person with the sword. But, a lot of it is, it's very, the games are all very Wii era type stuff. But there is a mode that is all done with phones. I have not tried that yet, so that's what I have to do still. I'm going to see if I can do that by myself. There's included trivia game that you can play. There's just general trivia. And there's like bingo that you can all play. Everybody has to have like a phone in front of them to play it, but it's a weird game, but it also is the right price, in my opinion. Like $40, I definitely see that if you're buying this for a party, $40. Yeah, you'd get $40 worth out of it. There's a ton of mini games. The trivia is interesting, and and this game can be played with like up to like 100 people or something stupid like that, because
nobody got 100 friends,
phones. Right? But you can. But with the amount of phones and everything, that's an option. It's crazy to me though that like everybody 1-2-switch $40. The original 1-2-switch is still $80. Canada, of course, so $70.
Blame Canada.
Well, just like what? How is the lesser version of this game $70 still? Like, I don't know. It's very odd. It's a very odd game. I do appreciate it, but I do think like some of it, they'll just put a game in that doesn't really work with two people, and they'll be like, yeah, but two people can play it. Like, yeah, but not great. Well, honestly, one of the best games that I played was Hide the Joy-Con.
Oh, I bet,
dude. It is literally one player hides their Joy-Con, the other person has to, go away, come back, and you're pressing the buttons on your Joy-Con, and and it's loud too. It makes the Joy-Con make different sounds using vibration, like the actual. Fucking 12-year-olds. Oh,
yeah.
Whatever, man. That whole thing was just.
We're gonna clip that. That's clipped.
Go ahead. No, I'm listening. It was just funny. Go ahead, man. Oh, okay.
They leave?
When you actually are getting like bored and stuff.
Oh, come on.
You can come off the ship.
So, yeah, it's a very odd game, but like again, I think this game probably would have done better sales wise if 1-2-switch was just included with every Switch, as it should have been.
Well, I mean, everybody said that when the system came out. It's like, why?
Yeah,
I know,
but now you're trying to sell a sequel for a game that like no one bought. It's all very weird. I don't fully comprehend the choices made, but I will say this: I did have a fun time. I also felt it the next day by having there's one game that's just squatting, just squat, and then they'll yell out like something like squash. Well, you're not supposed to squat then, so it's fucking Simon Says squats. Well, it's real squats.
I do squats every day.
Oh yeah, but it sucks.
Yeah, of course it sucks.
Yeah, so like. Here's a mini game, and then here's a mini game where you jump rope. Oh, fun! A thing I can't do in real life. You're gonna ask me to fucking time it.
You can't jump
digitally.
rope?
No, I'm very bad at it.
Wow. Okay.
Man, it's like I can, but like I can't do it for very long. It is so goddamn hard for me to do that. I don't know why. It's just I've never been able to get.
I bet it's because I bet it's because of your height.
That is probably true. I am 6'2". Like it probably does make it more. And I've been 6'2" for a long time, so probably. It's one of those things that I have just never been able to get, down properly. There's also one. I want to say it was a. It's two rabbits on the screen. It's like presented as an arcade game, but I want to say I've seen it. I've never actually played any of the games. Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, the one where they're trying to bump the other person off the fucking platform.
Oh yeah, the butt bounce.
Yeah, yeah. There's that, but you do it. You actually have to do it because you put the controller behind your back and you're like trying to fucking get your opponent off the fucking platform.
Game sounds hornier than it should be.
And it's.
Yep,
I'm gonna be honest though.
That.
if you looked at the way it's presented, it doesn't come off that way at all.
It
comes off as like someone having clearly an acid trip.
The Kama Switra is what we got here. That's what's happening.
Nice.
Don't give people ideas for names for Switch garbage.
Terrence, you watched. How far are you with Twisted Metal?
I have 3 more episodes. I think I'm episode 8.
So you saw the Granny Sutra book?
Yes, yes, I did. And I
Oh.
saw them trying it out in the ball. That show is so good.
Oh, it is. Like, I think I'm on episode 7 or 8, I think. And,
Okay, yeah, we probably about the same spot because I'm almost done.
man, that show is it's so good.
So it's actually good.
So funny.
That's interesting. I'll have to watch it
Yeah.
wherever I
Yeah.
can. I don't remember.
I kind of hope that they release a version of it that has Samoa Joe's vocals for Sweet Tooth, because I really want to hear what he sounds like. Because Will Arnett it just sounds like Will Arnett. Like, I mean, I love Sweet Tooth in this. He's so good. Like, oh my god. But I really would like to hear what Samoa Joe. Yeah, for sure. Like, Anthony Mackie is definitely sick. Like, dude is funny. Like, he just looked like he having so much fun. Like in that job, like, and I'm like, good for you, man. Like, I like him anyway. But yeah, that show's great. But I do hope they release it.
Sorry, I'm jumping in. But Samoa Joe he's a voice actor. Like, he's done voice acting in the past. He does King Shark in
I didn't know that.
Suicide Squad. And he's got a great voice. So
he did King Shark in which Suicide Squad?
The new Suicide Squad that's coming out, the game.
Oh, I thought you meant the movie. I was like, no, that was
wow.
Sly Stallone.
Yeah,
no.
He's not even. He's the Juggernaut in Dota Underlords.
Yeah, he's got a great voice, and it would have been a great voice for Sweet Tooth, because the clips I haven't watched the show yet, but the clips I've heard, it sounds like Will Arnett doing Will Arnett, just a little more gravelly.
It is. That's what I mean, because we were just talking about how good the show is. But yeah, it is.
He's Predaking in Transformers: Power of the Primes.
It's funny because you can see, even with the mask on, you can kind of see his emoting, and it's really, really good.
Yeah,
right, so
that's why I want to hear his voice. God, I hope they release a cut with his lines.
He's Juggernaut in Dota 2, I guess. He's also Beast in the Game of Thrones, a Telltale game series. Jesus Christ, he's done a lot of... I have to scroll through a lot of wrestling in IMDb, because every special is listed as its own thing.
Oh, nice.
Kind of
I didn't
annoying,
know he was a voice actor like that. That makes me want that even more.
Yeah, and he did he did commentary, obviously, for the WWE for a long time. So yeah, he's got a great voice. He's got a great presence. I wish, like you, Terrence, that they had a cut where it was just Joe's voice, and instead of the Will Arnett dub on top of it.
Oh man, his character in that show is so fucking good, though.
So good.
It's so
man.
good. The fucking episode where you get his origin story, I was like, God damn.
Yeah. I was like, Jesus. That intro to that episode was so good.
Oh
I'm
my
not gonna spoil it, obviously.
God.
That intro I was like, oh my God.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Nope.
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Is Calypso in the show?
I'm not going to spoil that.
Yep. Not gonna spoil that.
That's a yes.
Watch the show.
Yeah, I've got it on my
guys,
list. I gotta watch it.
I can't, because it's Peacock.
Yeah, and Peacock sucks. I'm not gonna lie, Peacock sucks.
Yeah, you might have to ride the 7 Seas for that one.
Yeah.
Well, zero regrets. Fucking this streaming nightmare that we live in. Like, make it easy or don't get my money.
It's not even a good. It's not even a good service. Like, you can pay for it and still get commercials. Number one.
Yeah, 100%.
Number two,
which makes no sense.
The audio lag is terrible. It's so bad.
There was just a news story within the last couple days about how much money they lost, and now I got to see if I can find it.
It's like $1.3 billion.
Yeah, it's in the billions for sure.
And they're expected to lose double that this year.
It might not make it.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Because
Peacock, NBC Universal will lose $3 billion in 2023.
Yeah, and it lost 1.3 last year. So
yeah.
You know what, though?
Well, it's given. The problem is they give it away in a ton. Well, I say give it away.
Give it away.
They
give it away now.
They do give it away. What I got, you got to get it. Put it in you.
That was good.
They have deals with a lot of cable companies. I know Xfinity is one of them, where you get Peacock for free if you subscribe to the cable service. And
Yeah.
The tier I'm on is, I think, $4.99 a month.
Dude, they gave me a year of Peacock just out of the blue for $1.99 a month. That's the only reason I have it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The reason I have it is because they, when I was a WWE Network subscriber, and then when that shut down, they migrated us to Peacock, and it was like $5 for 4 months or something like that. And I've kept it because even though I don't really watch WWE stuff much anymore, I do watch The Office. So I saw Peacock described as the WWE and Office channel the other day, and that's 100% accurate in my case, at least. I haven't watched, I don't think, anything else on Peacock.
Most of the movies they have on there are trash. Like, they don't add anything.
I use it for Law and Order. That's what it is for me.
Yeah.
I use it
to watch SPU and stuff.
I'm gonna be honest with you. For like most of the time I've had it, I used it to watch Sunday Night Football because it's a 4K broadcast.
Oh yeah,
that's like the only thing I used it for. So.
Yeah, we're getting to an inflection point here with streaming services, and somebody soon in the tech world, because they're all such geniuses, are going to reinvent cable.
Yep.
Direct television to your house.
And they'll just bundle it all, and we'll be paying for bundles again.
Yep. You want the package with all the streaming services, $89.99 a month.
Yeah. The thing that sucks for me is, like, I would love to cut the cord on cable, but if I do that, I still would have to subscribe to Hulu Live so that I could have TBS and TNT to watch AEW. And but the Reds aren't on Hulu Live. Bally Sports isn't on there. So I would also have to pay $20 a month or whatever it is for Bally Sports Live. And I'm not doing that. I'm not paying another $60 just to get rid of cable when my cable is probably close to $60.
It's so ridiculous, man. Like, you pay for one. Like, if you, and they know what they're doing, because I'm an NFL guy, so I was looking at, like, well, what can I do to get, like, just the NFL? And, like, what is
Nothing
it?
Now.
Sling TV had, like, half of the football in the blue package and the other half of football in the orange package.
Of course. Yeah,
so I'm like,
of course.
You fucking
suck. I'm surprised you can even get all the football because...
Well, you can't get it all. You just get what...
So, yeah, I was gonna say, because in baseball, and Ryan knows where I'm probably going with this, on Fridays, for at least the Blue Jays, it's Apple.
It's Apple TV, yeah.
And I will give them this.
Not every game, but yeah, there are select games that are Apple TV Plus exclusive.
So dumb.
Hold on. So I'm in my box seat. We're having a great time. It's like, wow, this is so awesome. I can't believe I knew somebody that could get me into this shit. And I get a phone call from my father. And he's like, I can barely hear him. And he goes, "Are you at home?" And I go, "No, I'm at the game." And he goes, "All right, love you, bye." And I'm like, what the fuck was that? Only to find out that he had switched the Amazon stick, and my stepmother couldn't watch the game because the Apple account wasn't migrated to the new Amazon stick.
Oh, God.
And he was hoping that I was home so I could do that.
So you could come fix it?
Come fix it. But I was at the game watching it live, so no, I cannot.
Oh, man.
I fucking hate this crap, to the point where I actually bought an antenna so I could just watch local channels for football season. Like, I literally hide it during the rest of the year, and then I drag it out during football season so I can watch CBS and Fox and stuff instead of having to pay for them.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah,
crap sucks, man.
I do need to, one thing I do need to do is switch my cable over to the digital only package.
Yeah, that's so much more convenient.
I've got boxes. But I have so much trouble with the cable boxes.
What do you use?
That I just don't have.
What is your streaming like? What do you use? Like, you use Roku, Apple? What do you use?
In the living room, we use the built-in apps on the Samsung, but we're gonna have to replace that TV here soon because some of those apps aren't available and some of them aren't working.
That's the problem with Spectrum. It's not available on everything.
Right. Now, my Spectrum app is available on both my Samsungs. So in the bedroom, we've got a Samsung as well, and we use the streaming app there. In the basement on the projector, I use a Roku stream bar. So it's a Roku and a sound bar all in one.
Did Roku get it back? Because for a while they lost it.
The Spectrum app?
Yep.
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah, they lost it at one point. So my suggestion to you is that it might happen again. Just don't delete.
Sure.
Just don't delete it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen again.
This is a fucking nightmare. Just because like some of that stuff isn't even fucking available to me in Canada.
Yeah,
right.
It's bananas,
and it's
man.
just like what a fucking nightmare. Like, and I get it, international stuff. We get into fucking weird shit, but even though we're right next door, it's international. Still though, like, holy fucking shit! Like in the world of VPNs, would you not want to make some fucking money?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, people want it. Why not let them pay for it? Like, it's just weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so. Going back to international and pricing and all that stuff, the AEW pay-per-views domestically are $50 on Bleacher Report. But if you're outside the U.S., you can't do Bleacher Report. You have to get them on Fight, and they're $20 on Fight. So okay. I'll let you work out. I'll let you work out where a lot of Americans end up buying their pay-per-views.
Hey man, get it where you can. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah. It's insane. So Bleacher Report is owned, I think, by Warner, who also hosts their television. So we'll see. I keep holding out hope that they're going to eventually get streaming rights on Max for their pay-per-views, but it's tough because even with Peacock crashing and burning as much as it is, there's some rumors or rumblings about whether or not WWE is going to eventually have to switch back to an actual pay-per-view model. And when you've been on a pay-per-view model, it's easy to keep people on a pay-per-view model. But when you scrapped the $35, $50 pay-per-views 10 years ago and moved it to $10 every month for everything, to try to go back to charging people for individual pay-per-views is going to be a stretch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I read that AEW had a patent or registered a trademark that looks like they're about to start a streaming service or possibly start a streaming service.
Hopefully
That's
so.
All
I mean,
want.
If they do, my guess is it seems to make more sense to me that as a part, because they're working on negotiating a new television deal with Warner. They did part of it when they added Collision, but that's a separate deal. So they're working on like a more comprehensive deal overall. And the rumors are that deal could be upwards of $1 billion. It would be nice if, as a part of that television deal with Warner Properties, if they added streaming on Max into that deal. If they can't work that out, then I could see them trying to do something on their own, because when they bought Ring of Honor already has an online streaming service called Honor Club, which so now they've got the know-how at least in-house, of knowing how to do that. So we'll see.
I would subscribe. I love them. Like my wife be like, "Are you watching your soap operas again?" I'm like, "I sure am." I love AEW.
One of my great joys is the fact that you have discovered and enjoy AEW.
I appreciate you. You know you're my pusher man anyway.
The whole point of it was to be an alternative to WWE and get people back in the fold. So I'm glad it seems to be working for some people.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like all the people that I know that like wrestling are no longer watching WWE.
Oh yeah, it's a
so.
Yeah.
All right. No, that's all the streaming hour for today.
In ZTGD streaming podcast.
This podcast is only available on following apps.
Yeah, I need to sign a deal with fucking Paramount Plus or something. Let's get up on there with Beavis and
Like
Butthead.
Stitcher's gone. Like what a weird world we live in, because that was kind of the app for a while.
Yeah.
Nightmare future.
I did, by the way, almost call it N4G just now.
You know what? It was a long time. It's like what my wife keeps asking me why I keep playing Overwatch, because we played a little bit last night together. She's like, "Why do you still play this?" I was like, "I don't know, man. 7 years. I can't stop. I can't quit you.
You can't let it go."
I can't quit you.
You know
God
what
damn
I
it! Somebody want to Photoshop Ken's face onto Jake Gyllenhaal and then just the N4G logo.
I can't quit you. It'd be more for Overwatch, man. I don't know. I literally was in a...
played.
I was just gonna say I was literally in a game last night with her, and we had a Winston on our team who did nothing but jump to keep his to stay in the game. He finished the game with 4 deaths, no kills, no damage mitigated.
What?
He did nothing.
Why is that fun? Like, what? Jesus.
It's only fun if you're playing that mode where everybody had different audio clips where he would just go Winston every time he landed.
But he only jumped 4 times, Anthony.
Oh, then fuck him.
Like, he just did it to stay active, to stay in the game.
Well, yeah, I don't understand the throw-in like that.
Yeah, that's Overwatch. Like, it happens at least one session you're playing, and it's just like, why do I still play this? I don't know. I did max my battle pass, though, so I think I'm done till season 6. So, at least there's that. But anyway, Terrence, Anthony, you done? You finished?
I mean, this is literally the only 2 things I played.
Okay, so 36 minutes in. Terrence, you go.
You got 5. Go.
That's fine. Okay. So I played some Overwatch, not regular Overwatch. I played the prop hunt mode, the Myth and Massive, whatever. But yeah, Amanda likes that mode on Call of Duty, and so she talked me into playing it in Overwatch. That was a lot of fun. I mean, it's just prop hunt, but it was a lot of fun. Like, you got to dash and teleport, like when you change forms, which is kind of nice, but it sucks because it's random what you change into. So you'll be like hiding in a building and somebody will be close. You try to get away and you like do a little dash thing. You turn into a tree. You're like, well, fuck. Of course they're going to know I'm, but yeah, that was a good time. Beyond that, I'm playing The Expanse, a Telltale series for review, which is really good. If the Star Trek game that I played a while back for review was done by some former Telltale members who formed a new studio and did that, which it was really good. But this one is like, the OG folks, doing their thing, and boy, is it fantastic. A lot of the issues and problems that I had with the Star Trek game, as far as just the movements and navigating the world and interacting with different things, none of that stuff is present here. This is, running 60 frames. Like, it looks great. The audio is good. And in The Expanse, do any of y'all watch that?
No, but is this
like that?
This is everything, right? It's not like episodic.
No, it is episodic, but this is everything. Yeah, it's like,
okay. You don't have to wait for it. It's all there.
Yeah, no, it's all in one. Yeah, it's all in
okay.
one. Yeah, it's not like back in the day where they would release them like piecemeal. So yeah, this is when you get this is everything. There is a bonus episode that you can get. I think it's in the deluxe edition. So if you buy the normal one, you can buy that one piecemeal. But it introduces one of the characters from the show. I'm not going to spoil it because this is The Expanse is a fantastic science fiction show. And the fans are really not protective, but I guess, yeah, protective is a good word, because it got canceled, but then they fought really hard for it to come back. And I haven't seen the latest season. I think it's on, still on Amazon. But it's so good. It's like Game of Thrones kind of stuff, but in space. So you have like different factions and stuff in space, but it's not like
characters dying.
And that shit happens, yes.
And let's just hope it doesn't end like Game of Thrones, where I mean bad.
Yeah, right. But yeah, the game is really good so far. I'm not super deep into it, but what I've played so far, I enjoyed. I'm playing another game for review, but I don't think I can talk about that.
Which one?
Yet. Atlas Fallen.
Oh no,
I don't think I can talk about that yet.
No.
So okay, we'll talk about that at another time. But Remnant 2 I can talk about because that's out. So I'm playing that, and I'm almost finished with it. So, and I think I talked about it last week though, but I'm almost done with it now, and I really enjoy it. And where Elden Ring kind of got me. Like I still haven't finished that game. Like I got frustrated at some bosses, and then my son and them kind of moved on to something else, and he was my crutch that I would invite in to help me beat some of those bosses, and he was doing other stuff, so it kind of got abandoned. But Remnant is, and I think maybe it's because the gun aspect, because as much as I love Sword and Shields, some of the dodging and stuff that you have to do in Elden Ring, like my reflexes just ain't what they used to be. And in Remnant, I can, have a machine gun or whatever weapon and be further back and fight, and it's a little bit more forgiving. But definitely digging.
What I'm hearing is you would love Immortal Unchained.
No, you would not. That game is
What is
fair.
Immortal Unchained?
No, don't.
Exactly.
What is that?
No.
It's a okay attempt at what Remnant does really well. Dark Souls with guns.
Oh, I hadn't even heard of that. Okay.
Yeah. Just keep that. Yeah, just don't ever hear of it. Just forget it. You heard it.
Fair enough. But yeah, so played some more of that. I'm gonna get the review out to you this week. And for a couple of other stuff that I have. What else did I play? Played Overwatch. I played some Street Fighter. I don't have the DLC, so I don't have the new person. Rashid. I hear he's cheap though. Apparently, like he's OP in multiplayer.
It's crazy. Like I have the DLC and I didn't even boot it up. Like I don't hear anybody in my friend circle talking about that game anymore. Like at all.
You know what? I don't either. It was just when I play it, it's usually with like my brother and my cousins and like the kids and even my wife and his wife. Like, well, it's like a family thing. Like people come over and like, oh shit, throwing a fighting game. Like that's what we gotta do. So we would play it like that. But I just kind of messed with it because I saw it was installed. And I was like, man, I feel like throwing hands. So I got on there and I won a round, lost a round. I was like, and I'm done. So, but yeah, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it. If Akuma was in it, I'd play it more. That's my guy, but he doesn't come out until next year. So I'm like cool on it till freaking whatever, spring of next year. I think he's supposed to come out.
That sounds right.
Same way with Tekken. Like I don't even care about Tekken because they ain't even announced my guy. And I'm almost certain Hihashi is not going to be in this game. Like they've announced so many people and still have not talked about him. Like I don't think he's going to be in it. So I'm cool on Tekken.
They could be saving him for last. Because he would be an impactful final announcement, but unfortunately, true. I think you're right. I don't think he's going to be in. It's funny that you mentioned that though, because I also played a little bit of Street Fighter this week, and nice. Not much. And I don't know if I have been excited for Tekken, but I don't know if I'm going to get it because I bought Street Fighter and haven't really felt compelled to play it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
So, and with Mortal Kombat, I'll definitely play that because I'm invested in the story for Mortal Kombat. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get Tekken or not.
I think for me, it depends on, like, I don't play versus, I don't play online. So if you're in Street Fighter single player, that street mode, whatever, that thing sucks.
World Tour.
I don't like that. That thing is
World
not
Tour.
fun.
It's not, no. It's cool in concept. You run up on people and like, oh, we're gonna fight. Like, but in execution, it just kind of it's mid. You're right.
I think it's fine is the way I would put it. It's not.
There you go. Yeah,
it's not great.
I played it for like 2 hours and never wanted to play it again. That's kind of where I was at. Like I was just like, it's not that I thought it was bad and like it offended me or something. It's just like you didn't grab me. So
the same way, because like I guess you run into the World Warriors and you unlock them. Like I got as far as Chun-Li because I was like, man, I can't wait to get to Ken. And then I got the Chun, like I got 2 of them to Chun-Li, and I'm like, you know what? This is not.
That's exactly where I made it. That's exactly where I made it. I was like, I got to Chun-Li and I got like a couple of her moves, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I don't care anymore.
Yep. Yeah,
and that's where I made it too.
Yeah, see, that's it. That's the breaking point right there. It's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good.
Yeah. So when I played it, I didn't even. I played one ranked match online the other day and won, and then I went into training mode and was goofing around with like Guile, just because I hadn't played with him yet, and so I thought I'd give it a shot. and then turned it off.
Yeah, that's accurate.
There you go. Man. Okay, I'm wrap it up so I'm not taking 30 minutes. I played some AEW Fight Forever because I always play some AEW Fight Forever because I really like AEW. Damn, Michael, that might be it, actually. No. I played some Fashion Police Squad. That game is still hilarious. Oh my god, so good. And Arcade Paradise. Played some Arcade Paradise. And that's it.
Cool. I'll move on to the Wombat.
All right, so I also played some Arcade Paradise. And that game is a lot of fun.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's oddly addictive.
Yep.
To the point where I had to stop myself and be like, okay, you need to stop because you're getting a little too invested in this and you've got other stuff to do.
I did the same thing.
So yeah, that game is a lot of fun. I'm a kind of a sucker for sim kind of games like that. Not even sim. How do you describe it?
Management.
They call it
management.
Yeah, but they call it something else in Roblox, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. And now I'm trying to remember what it's called.
A lot of those, or I don't know how far you got, but a lot of those arcade games are actually fun and addicting too. Like, because I forget the laundry because I'm messing around.
Tycoon?
Yeah, Tycoon. That's it.
Tycoon,
that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
I had to. This is literally what I put in on my Google. Roblox management games, and the first hit is Roblox 20 best Tycoon games. I'm like, I guess that's the word.
20 best. Think about that.
Man, that game that Roblox is unstoppable. Like, I've still yet to install it, but
how Sony has not got that on their platform, I do not know.
Right.
Part of me fights the urge every time I see talk of that official Sonic's Roblox thing. Just because I'm a big enough Sonic fan, but I have zero interest in ever engaging with Roblox, so I'm kind of at an impasse.
It's exactly what you think it is.
It's also built upon scummy practices, so it's like I don't know if I can engage with this on any level.
Yeah, well, that's definitely the case, but it's anything that you would try to play on Roblox will be exactly the way you expect it to be if you had never heard of Roblox before in your life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way I can think to put it. And some of them are actually some of them you can tell that the whoever created it put a ton of work in. And
I just think they should get paid. Properly, you know what I mean?
100% they should.
That's my issue with the Roblox. For everybody that's not aware, they give you pennies on the dollar for what you're worth.
Right. Yeah, and they it's pretty bad.
Many a Robux have been spent in this house.
Oh yeah, same.
Oh, same. So
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, that was Arcade Paradise. And then, what else have I played this week? I played some more MLB The Show, which I kind of play all the time. I played. I might as well get into the two bigger games that I played. I got back into Tears of the Kingdom, which I had kind of stopped playing. And when Diablo came out, it kind of became what do you call it? It got put on the back burner for me. And so I've gone back to that now that I am officially done. Oh, I should have mentioned that too, because I don't think I was as of last time. I finished Diablo 4. And by finished Diablo 4, I mean both that I finished the story and that I'm finished with Diablo 4.
Damn. Okay.
So I have no desire to do any of the season stuff. I was sitting there and I thought I was going around and unlocking stuff and finding altars of Lilith and crossing them off, and I was doing all that theoretically all in the name of, making sure that my seasonal character had all that to start off with. And then as I was doing it, I sort of realized, I should probably, bump this up to the next, tier, the nightmare difficulty or whatever. And then I thought, I don't really want to do that, so I'm just gonna unlock all this stuff. And then I thought, I don't really want to play a seasonal character either. So then the thought process went, why am I even playing this? If I don't want to play a seasonal character, and I don't want to go up to the next tier of difficulty and play my Eternal Realm character on the higher difficulty, then what the hell am I even doing? So I said, well, I'll just stop. And did. So I stopped playing that and moved back to Tears of the Kingdom. Man, this game is so good. It's just excellent. So the thing, I won't belabor the point because I know we've talked about this game a lot, especially Ken has talked about this game a lot. But the thing that I think I like the most about it is that in my opinion at least, RPGs are best when it feels like you're going on an adventure. And I've been rereading the Lord of the Rings books recently, and I thought as I was reading those books, there's not a whole lot of games that capture the sense of adventure that these books do. Because it's not just there is obviously some, but there's not a ton of combat in Lord of the Rings, particularly the first book and a half. It's just mostly about the adventure that they're on and, traveling through different areas and all that stuff. And there's not a whole lot of games that do that super well. But this one does. Dragon's Dogma does. Skyrim does. I'm sure Starfield will when that comes out, although that's a little bit different. And Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, to a lesser extent, do it better than just about any of the other ones. So the notion of, I'm headed to this place that I've marked on my map, and whatever happens along the way happens along the way. But the primary goal stays the same: get to this spot on the map. And so that's what I've been doing basically for a couple days, is just getting to spots on the map and then picking a different spot on the map and getting to that. Mostly right now I'm concentrating on trying to get all the Skyview towers unlocked to unlock the map.
Yep,
because that's what I tend to do in these games. It's what I always do in the what do you call it? Assassin's Creed games. I usually unlock all the map stuff first. And so that's what I've been doing here too. I've done some stuff in the deeps as well. Not a ton down there yet, but I've unlocked a couple places. And I did do the Wind Temple last night, which was a lot of fun. I liked that boss. That boss was pretty cool. Yeah, there's not much else for me to say about the game other than it's a lot of fun. And the part that I think I like the least is the wrong way to say it, but the part that brings me back the least is the building, and even that is a lot of fun, especially once you get access to some other cool equipment. But that's definitely not my favorite part of the game. The building's not, but it's an enjoyable part of the game, but it's definitely not my favorite part of the game.
You need to get the cheat code. There's a mission for a cheat code.
You talking about the auto build?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, I have that.
Oh, you do have it. Yeah, I use that shit all the time.
Yeah,
I have so many favorites that I just boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I need to work on upping my battery game because I don't have enough battery to make a lot of those super worthwhile yet.
Mm-hmm.
Like I made one of those hover bikes that's all the rage on the web. But I don't have enough. I don't have enough battery to really make it last long enough to accomplish much of what I need to. I do like the power, I'll call it, that you get from beating the Wind Temple. That helps, I feel like, quite a bit. Helps movement in the game feel a little more less oppressive when it comes to stamina usage. So yeah, I'm a fan of that. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the game. I know I said I wasn't going to talk about it very long, and ended up talking about it way more than I expected to. But yeah, it's a good game.
Cool.
And then the other thing that I played and finished this week is Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart, or just Rift Apart, not A Rift Apart, I guess. And man, that game is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I wish that I had played it right when it first came out, but there was so much other stuff. And Anthony posted Ripped Apart in the chat, which I assume was the Ratchet and Clank. They always have a somewhat a title that can be taken a couple different ways, and
I think there's only like 2 that don't really have one that's a kind of a pun at all.
Yeah, but they had like Up Your Arsenal,
Full Frontal Assault.
Yeah, Full Frontal Assault. Yeah. But if you haven't played that game, man, it is fucking great. Like, it's just really, really good. The story is good. The levels are good. The weapons are good. It's really, really a great game. I enjoy the way they use the rifts in the game is pretty neat, and the tether, when you tether to a rift, is super unique. Games have had grappling hooks for a long time, and it kind of functions that way, but the way it sort of warps reality to put you where the rift is when you grapple to it, it like brings the environment to you instead of the other way around, which is really unique. So, it's an excellent game, and if you have a PS5, you should definitely play it for sure.
Or you could play it on Steam Deck.
You can, yes. I would not try to play it. I know the specs don't say that an HDD is required, but I don't know if you've seen any of the footage of playing with a regular hard drive. It looks like shit.
See, I saw some that looked fine. I think, once again, the truth is somewhere in the middle. Because certain people are putting out videos that make it look like shit. Some people are putting out videos that make it look really good. And it's just like, okay, can we
I
get
haven't
past
seen a video. I haven't seen a video yet of it on an HDD that looks good.
Oh, I did. I saw plenty. Like, even Digital Foundry's video was like, yeah, it'll work. Like, it's going to stutter a little bit, but it works fine.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's at least 7,200 RPM, it works fine. But yeah, the video floating around of using the PS4 hard drive, dude, that hard drive is fucking trash. Like, those last-gen consoles had some crap-ass hard drives in them.
But yeah, anyway, that's what I played.
Cool. Well, luckily, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I did play...
Wait,
what?
Did Anthony... Did that not come out?
What?
That Mickey Mouse game, Illusion Island?
Yeah, Anthony and I had a discussion about this. I thought it was Nintendo. It's not, so we didn't get it.
Yeah, it's also... It's really weird. It's a Nintendo exclusive. Nintendo is promoting it out the ass. I guess, it makes sense if it's an exclusive, but it's not a published by Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Which would explain why there's so many reviews on the Wednesday or whatever now.
Yeah, okay. I gotcha. All right, because I was like, man, I want to hear about that. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get it. I didn't even see PR about it, which was normal if it was Nintendo, because Nintendo doesn't really send out PR. They just ping me on day of release, like, here's a code. But yeah, no, I don't know who. Like, I don't have anything for that game, so I don't know who published it. I think it's the same people that did the Disney, like Aladdin and Lion King collections. I think that's the publisher.
Oh.
So yeah, I don't know.
Disney, electronic content.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
What a horribly bleak name.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Bob Iger's basement or something. I don't know.
And goddamn, you're right, Ken. They are the ones that put out the classic Aladdin and Lion King and Zombie Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol.
Okay, I mean, I guess that makes
It's
sense.
the only other 2 games they've published, as far as I know.
So they've published 3 games, which is hilarious. Okay. Anyway. I got my review for Antstream. I did go through some more of that. It's like one of the most disappointing, promising things you'll ever play, and I hope it gets better. And I said that in my review. It's hard to knock it for $30 for a year because like the selection is ridiculous for that. So I don't know. Some of the streaming's bad. Not the best ideal way to do it. Hopefully it gets better. Playing Oceanhorn 2. I haven't played a ton of that. I don't even know that I could talk about it, which is weird because it's been out on Apple Arcade for like 2 years or something.
Yeah.
It's also been out on Switch for like 1.
Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it and just be like, I'll talk about it next week when I have some more, because I'm going to play some more of that this week. As far as big games go, that's really all I played. I spent I didn't have a lot of time this week to do stuff, and then this weekend I've been super busy. So I haven't played a ton of stuff. I did check out that Serious Sam Siberian Mayhem because it went up on Game Pass, and I never played it when it came out. I mean, I really don't need to say anything about that game. It is literally a Serious Sam game set in the snow. So that's
you know what you get.
You know what you got.
Bloody snow. Got it.
That's it. Shoot some dudes in the face, you good to go. Indie games, I played a couple. I played a solitaire game. And it's like, you have to grab the card and drag it all the way across the board, and I immediately deleted it. I'm like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. Not with a controller. I played this game called the Working Hard Collection, where it's essentially lemmings, where they're constantly moving, and you have to move the puzzle pieces in a certain way so that they kill themselves, and that's how you solve a level.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I booted up a game called Demonic Supremacy, which looked like a boomer shooter, and I was excited, and then they're like, well, you can't invert the aim, and I was like, well, you're deleted. See you later. And that's it. That's what I did. I did clean up some of my mini PC build this week. I'm having a lot of fun playing those old games. I'm not gonna lie. Played some Tokyo Highway Battle. I played some... What's it called? It's this Japanese side-scrolling game on the PlayStation 1, like Paladin Bandits or something. That was pretty cool. I think that's it. Like, I just didn't have time to play anything this week. Like, I was so busy. I played a couple games of Madden. Played a few matches of Overwatch to max out my Battle Pass. And that was it. That's all I played this week. So...
Adulting.
Yeah, it's a light week for me. It is. There's going to be some of those. I can't help it. There's a game called Koa and the Five Pirates of Mara, which is a terrible name. It looks generic as hell, but I watched the video and it looks like a 3D platformer. And I'm totally down to play that, so I'll probably check that out this week. And then I got to write my review for Double Dragon Gaiden, which has been really, really fun. Even with its roguelike-ness, which can go straight to hell, but it's still a great game. Sorry, I don't like those things. They suck.
All right.
So, what's out this week? It's another light week. Series X, PlayStation 5. We got F1 Manager 2023. Venba. The DLC for Atomic Heart is out this week. It's called Annihilation Instinct. I'll probably check that out. Oceanhorn 2, Knights of the Lost Realm, coming to PS5 and Series X. Potata, Fairy Flower. The Red Exile, Survival Horror. Adore. Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. Wispike, Survivors, Sword of the Necromancer. Sklash. Strange Horticulture, and Wild Tracks Racing, which is funny because it made me think of Wild Wild Racing, which was a PS2 launch game, if you've ever played that. No, nobody? Okay, we'll move on.
Fun fact, I've never even heard of it, Ken.
Wild Wild Racing?
Neither have I.
Yeah, it was a...
I remember that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like as soon as you see the box, you're like, okay,
as
I
soon
know.
as I saw the box and the text,
Yep,
I'm like,
the box.
Yeah.
Yep, I remember this.
It's like that. What's that EA game that came out? X Squad at launch. The 4-player game with the dude with like flat top mohawk or whatever.
Yep.
Oh man.
What was the game before the last one?
Strange Horticulture?
Yeah, Strange Horticulture. I've been seeing stuff about that. It's a detective game, but you use plant knowledge.
Okay.
Like plants, birds.
I think it's like you have to figure
thing.
out.
That's ornithological. That's not horticulture.
Okay, yes. Too many different. They just fancy. Okay, just fancy. Okay.
Are you looking at the birds or the
plant.
trees, sir? I don't know anymore.
Right. It don't matter.
Fucking
I'm looking at nature. It's all nature.
None of this matters. All right. PS4, Xbox One. It's pretty much the same games, so not a lot. Yeah, it's literally the same games. There's nothing extra on those two. Let's see what the Switch has got going on, because we all love the Switch.
Oh Lord.
The Switch. We've got what is today? 30th. Okay, so A Short Tale. Ferris Mueller's Day Off. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Okay. All right. Come on now. That you can't be.
What?
I like how it's the second game, and everybody's like, okay, all right. I thought it was going to be a normal one, but damn it, you got.
No. The Forgotten Room. Veritas. Akiba's Trip, Undead, and Undressed, the director's cut.
And there it is.
Hey man, we're only 5 games in. I don't know what you're talking about. We got plenty more to go. Baroni and Baroni Myths and Outcasts. Leafy Trails. Mirrored Souls. Of course there's a Souls game. Always a Souls game. A Guidebook of Babel. Alright. Adore. Alchemy Poi Poi SS. Black Skylands. Delta Zeal. Flutter Away. Gigabash Godzilla 4 Kaiju Pack. Lost Egg 3 The Final. Mistworld The After. Secret Summoner Side to Side. As in D-side. Side, D-side. Get it? That's funny. Tiny Thor. Trapped
That
in the...
game has great graphics. Tiny Thor.
Tiny Thor? Okay. Yeah, I'd heard of that one before.
It looks like because I played it, and I think I talked about the demo on the show, and then mentioned I played the demo on the show previously. But it looks like a really good Super Nintendo game. I was really impressed visually with the pixel art.
Excuse me. Next up, I'm Trapped in the Canal. That's a game called Trapped in the Canal.
Nice.
Wizardry School Escape Room. Would you like to run an Idle Cafe 3? Cooking Arena.
I would not.
Why not?
Seems like a lot of work.
It probably is. Death Becomes You. Gigabash.
Is that the sequel to Death Becomes Her?
It might be.
Right.
And finally we have Slime Girl Smoothies.
You.
Oh, that's the sequel to Death Becomes Her.
Okay. Okay.
So I looked up Mirrored Souls.
Mm-hmm.
That is a puzzle platformer where you control 2 characters at once.
Okay, so cookies and cream?
Yeah, vertical. Like, yes, but not like from the top down. Like, does that make sense?
Well, From Software made Cookies and Cream, so this is like a Kevin Bacon situation.
Wow. So they've stolen the Souls name and the game.
That's right.
And then a guidebook of Babel is a plot adventure with a butterfly effect at the core. After death, you'll soon realize you've boarded the Babel, and while this may feel like a Twilight Zone, you'll be given a pen to rewrite the past so future events can unfold. It looks like a point-and-click adventure. I like the art style. It looks hand-drawn. But yeah, very not much what I was not expecting that. I was expecting like shovelware
or Shovel Knight. Oh, sorry. All right, let's do some news. Seems like Insomniac Games has a multiplayer-only title in development. No. Insomniac been carrying PS5 on their backs, and we're going to do this? No.
Yeah.
No.
Nobody wants multiplayer-only games.
Nobody wants it.
No, nobody.
How you
like
know?
Legitimately, dude. When they
Parents
fucking Black Ops 4.
what's Skull and Bones?
No, I do not want Skull and Bones, and I do not want Exo Primal.
He totally wants Skull and Bones.
When you actually are getting like wood and stuff, like you can come off the ship.
I don't know why you come every week. I
Second,
don't even know why.
Hold on, you come because you get wood.
What? Huh?
Damn it! Damn it!
Did you not hear? He's like, I don't even know why I come. Like, we have literally a audio clip. Hold on, Terrence, hold on. Let me have you explain to yourself.
When you actually are getting like wood and stuff, like you can come off the ship.
It hears so much.
You know why you come.
Anyway.
Gotcha, bitch.
Right. Moving on.
PlayStation Plus Essential Games for August 2023. PGA Tour 2K23, Dreams, and Death's Door.
Dreams is a good pull.
Death's Door is a fantastic game. PlayStation 5 has sold 40 million units.
40 million units.
Yes, it is. It sold a lot, and with the story coming out that Xbox has got hardware problems, that stung even more.
Oh, I don't think I heard that story.
Yeah, so I guess they said that the reason why they're not putting as many systems out is because of like money. Like it's just cost so much money to manufacture these systems, so like that's why there haven't been many to buy.
Well, that's what you want to hear.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we want you to get in on this service, but the box to play the stuff. Okay. You don't need that. You don't need that part.
You can walk
right?
in, buy a PS5. I'm assuming they're not cheap to make either.
No, which also was weird to see, like the price dropping this week. I don't know if y'all saw that. Like, it's dropped in several regions, and everybody's like, "Yep, that Slim is a coming."
Well, it just even then, like outside that, like what company has more money? Sony, the parent company of PlayStation, or Microsoft, the parent company of Xbox? Like, really gonna tell me that like it's cost too much?
Well, they did just spend $69 billion. Of course, they also made $72 billion last week too. So there is that.
Yeah, I think they're probably good then.
That kind of evened out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if they don't get systems like available for Starfield, I think that's a huge miss.
Agreed. Yeah, because that game's going to be huge.
Yeah, like their biggest game yet. You need consoles out there. I know people can play on PC. I get it. Whatever. People want consoles, man. Skyrim sold a fuck ton on.
Well,
consoles.
not to mention, if you want a PC that's going to run Starfield at the same level your Xbox will, it's going to be a hell of a lot more expensive than an Xbox.
Yep, exactly. Where are we at? Xbox added the ability to map keyboard keys to your controller on the Series Elite Series 2 and Adaptive Controller in its latest update.
Feels like something you'd do if you were planning on bringing a big PC MMO to console.
Huh.
Right. That's wild.
Maybe one that you just bought.
Maybe. But we'll talk about another MMO here in a minute.
They're also bringing. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Final Fantasy 14 is finally coming to Xbox.
And Ken won't play anything else ever.
That's it.
Yeah, prepare for the
That's
end
how his
of
story ends.
ZTGD, both the radio and the site, because Ken ain't gonna play anything else as soon as it comes to Xbox.
Man, oh god,
I'm gonna get it. I'm there. Like I'm so excited. Like this is all I've been waiting on.
The fact that they give you the base game and 2 expansions up to level 70
level 70
for free.
I'm in there.
I'm play that.
I'm in there.
Yeah.
At the very least, I'm gonna play that. Shoot.
Yeah, dude, that right there is probably like 400 or 500 hours worth of content. I'm like, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Xbox teamed up with Paramount Pictures for a TMNT branded pizza-scented controller. So I just watched a video of how this thing works on Twitter. Who's opening a candy? Who's got the candy?
And can I have some?
That would be me.
Okay, yeah, send me some candy.
Can you share?
Yeah.
Send
a grandma
some.
in church right now.
Right.
I thought it was muted.
Nope.
Right?
You were putting out the candy vibes.
Because I'm trying to figure out if see, I don't think 14 is coming to Xbox One.
No, it's just Series X and S.
Yeah, they did say
damn.
that. Yeah.
It needs that horsepower.
For a game that was released on PS3.
Right.
Oh man, it did. It was on PS3, wasn't it? Jesus.
I thought it was PS4 only.
I thought it came out on PS3, or is that just
no?
11?
I think
11.
No, 11 was PS2.
But it came to PS3.
Maybe I don't remember that, but I wouldn't be.
11 is the one I played. I didn't play. I haven't played 14.
11 is okay. 14 is god tier. It's so good.
Yeah. 14 was trash when it first came out, because I bought it when it first came out.
Yeah,
and they destroyed it, and then it came back with a Realm Reborn, and oh my god, it's so good. Like 14 is so good.
Yeah, I don't think it came to PS3 because I think it was just there was a PS3 version in play, but I don't think it ever came out.
What?
Oh,
so what?
Right.
When is 14 coming again?
The Xbox?
Yeah.
Spring 2024.
Gotcha.
Yep. And there's going to be they said they're going to have an open beta as well, so you'll be able to, at least try it for free.
Yeah, I'm not playing no betas because I'm sure they won't let me carry my character, and that's the whole point.
Well, they might.
Have they said that you're going to get to carry your character over?
They haven't said. So.
No, they haven't said none of that yet.
Usually MMOs, they start over because they're like, we don't want you to have a head start, blah, 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 blah. Like, shut the fuck up.
Oh, they probably will do that then. Yeah, because there will be people that I'm sure will grind the piss out of that open beta and be like level 70 and shit, so they probably will do that.
I am wrong, you're right. 14 did come out on PS3. I just don't know. I thought it was before they rebooted.
I thought it did, yeah.
Ken, you want to go ahead and clip that I am wrong and you're right?
Yes, I'm going to save that, and I'm going to...
Fair enough.
I'm going to play that every night before I go to sleep so I can sleep soundly.
Nice.
All right. Xbox's new dashboard has been rolling out to everybody, but it's going to take, 2 to 3 weeks before everybody gets it? I got it. What's funny is we have 3 Xboxes in this house. I think I'm the only Xbox that got it.
Yeah, I haven't got it yet.
So
wow.
Yeah.
I have it because I was my Xbox is in the alpha skip ahead, so I've been done had it. But then my wife's Xbox, my son's Xbox got it, and he's not in the thing. So,
well, yeah, it's out live now for people, but it's just rolling.
Oh, it's just rolling. Okay,
yes.
My thing glitched. I didn't hear you say that. My bad. Okay,
yeah,
right. I did
rolling.
see somebody saying it was going to take like a month or something like that for everybody to get it. That's what 3 or 4 weeks or something.
Yeah, it's like 3 to 4 weeks before every single Xbox has the new dashboard, which is weird because they've never done that.
Yeah, like what the heck? Why couldn't they just push it?
I don't know. Maybe there's some back end stuff that I
push
don't know.
Real good.
Games with Gold is over. Xbox Games with Gold, the last Games with Gold. Oh my God, what happened? It's Blue Fire and Inertial Drift.
So from
Drift.
From the little bit of research I did see, and by that I mean seeing people comment on it, both these games are really good.
Yes,
however,
they are.
It is not like I've heard people love Blue Fire, and all the comments I saw on the posts of like the gold and like Reddit or whatever, people are like, "Oh, Inertial Drift is the shit."
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I could say then that it's better than my inertial opinion.
Yes. Yeah, nice. But I was going to say.
Don't worry, I'll mute myself before I blow my brains out from how bad that joke was. God.
upstairs. I forgot we got this.
Yeah, it was a soundboard, bitch.
All these fucking.
I don't have any expectations for this crew, considering you guys didn't think my goat yogurt joke was funny yesterday.
Fucking bad. Oh my god.
It was pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Would you say it was bad?
Wow.
It was almost up there with me making a reference to the New Radicals, and you saying maybe they expect you to trade in your in your own bucket hat for the new one. Yeah, it's like, oh, that's so fucking awful.
Listen, I was just surprised. I was just surprised by a New Radicals reference in 2023.
I mean, that's all I can think of when I think bucket hat is the cover of that guy's album. I've never listened to the whole thing. I just know that pose, and he's got the fucking bucket hat covering his eyes.
No one's listened to that whole album. The only song anybody has ever listened to is "You Get What You Give."
I thought you were talking about Buckethead there for a minute, and I had Guitar Hero.
That's the only song I know. That's literally the only song I know.
And half the people only listened to it because of the controversy about Marilyn Manson and Hanson that came out of it.
I didn't even know that. Okay, I don't know. I like.
There's a part where he's talking about a bunch of singers, and he names Courtney Love and Marilyn Manson, and he names Hanson, and then he says, "We'll kick your ass in," which is one of the worst worst rhymes of all time. But
for a one-hit wonder too.
Yeah.
And there's like a bit of wordplay there, but like when he's naming the people, he goes, I think it's Courtney Love, Beck and Hanson. I don't know, man. It's a mess.
Something Beck and Hanson, Courtney Love, and Marilyn Manson.
And Beck's last name is Hanson, and I was like, oh, I'm like, that's probably not on purpose though. That's unfortunate. It's just for the rhyming scheme.
Just talking some mid-90s rock and roll here.
It's a great song. I you know.
It is a good song, but
it is.
He's bucket hat in my head. Like, that's all I can think of.
All right.
The line, by the way, is fashion shoots with Beck and Hanson, Courtney Love, and Marilyn Manson. You're all fakes. Run to your mansions. Come around. We'll kick your ass in. Or kick your asses is what this said, but I thought it said kick your ass in.
I thought it was kick your ass in, but yeah.
That's probably what it sounds like when they sing, because back in the 90s, they all had to be like, wow, wow, wow.
Yep. Yeah, it sounded like that, yeah.
I only want to be with you.
Oh, man, Hootie.
Like, every song had that drawl, like, that drawl to it, like... we joke about Creed, but like every band in the 90s had that drawl to it.
Oh yeah,
they did.
Fucking funny.
The Eddie Vedder special.
Yeah. We've call me
daughter.
That shit was there. Anybody could do karaoke by just like kind of half closing your mouth and being like, I want to be with you.
Hear me with a proudly.
Nintendo has announced the next two Nintendo Switch Online games, the Zelda Oracle series. Ever. Oracle of Ages, Oracle of Seasons come in July 27th, so you can go play them now.
God, those were good. I had those back in the day.
I'm still holding out for them to remake it like they did Link's Awakening.
Maybe.
I'll even... If they really wanted to go crazy, I'd love to see what they were originally planning when it was supposed to be like 3 games.
Oh yeah, that's Capcom doing those games though. So
yeah, but I'm assuming Nintendo has the rights. They just if they could remake it without Capcom, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like originally it was supposed to be the 3 seeds, so it'd be Seed of Courage, Seed of Power, Seed of Wisdom. And we only got the blue and red, so we're missing the green portion of it. And I'm like, I don't know if that ever got off the ground more than an idea, but I'd like to see it.
Maybe that's the million seller that Capcom's working on.
Might be. Hey, yeah, spoil some news. Capcom's working on a million seller that'll be out before, what is it, Q1 2024?
Something like that, yeah.
Everybody's like, it's Dino Crisis. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's Monster.
No, million seller is not Dino Crisis.
Not Dino
Get
Crisis.
the fuck out of here.
It's 100% Monster Hunter.
Oh, yeah. New Monster Hunter announced for, like January. It's going to happen.
Actually, wait, that they just no, because it just came out.
Rise has been out a while.
Yeah, you're right. So it is. Yeah, it's Monster Hunter.
Probably it did just come to Xbox recently.
Yeah, it came to Xbox. That's what it was, because I reviewed it, yeah.
I bet you the next Nintendo Direct is going to announce a new Monster Hunter for the Switch. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, they seem to like Nintendo's console, so it may be
huge in Japan because it's portable. So
yeah,
and people love playing Monster Hunter on a train, man. Ren the Last Child, release date September 21st, coming to everything. Excuse me. Trine 5, A Clockwork Conspiracy, August 31st, release date, also coming to everything.
Man, it's insane to me that there are now 5 Trine games.
Yeah, but only 2 of them are worth a shit. I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. I mean, yeah, they're all good, but it's like, how many times do you take the same idea and just do it again?
Yeah, I was never into any of them. I played the first one, and I was not that into it.
I loved 1 and 2. 3 was fucking weird, because it went like 3D. Like
which game? Sorry,
Trine.
Ah.
And then,
the one with the
yeah, where you switch between the 3 characters and it's a physics puzzle game. Yeah. High on Life is out now on PS4, PS5. So we talked about it last week, but like dropping it at 8:00 on a Saturday night speaks volumes. So
right.
If you want to watch bosses get stuck in the floor and
here we go,
get kicked out of the boss arena so you can't finish a level, go ahead.
How can you
so bad?
You can do it on PS5.
Such a horrible experience.
How could you not love that though, Ryan? You love Two Worlds. Like how?
Listen,
look,
I never once got dropped through the world in Two Worlds. I didn't get dropped through 2 worlds.
It sounds like there's only one world, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Right, he didn't get dropped through no world.
See, you played the wrong game. Your version was broken because there was another world.
Right,
there was only one world.
Oh, another world.
Castlevania Nocturne.
Hold on,
go ahead.
Just quickly, related to that, if you like the soundtrack to High on Life, the second half is finally actually coming out. It's only been available for the first half, and I like the artist that did the music, so I just thought I'd bring it up.
Netflix announced a new Castlevania. It's called Castlevania Nocturne. Starts on September 28th. There's that candy again. Fucking mute yourself.
Cannot wait for that Castlevania. That anime is so good.
I need to finish it. I never finished it.
Oh, man. You need to do that.
Yeah.
You need to do that. It's good. It is. Oh, it's so good. And I don't think they're going to finish up. Well, you'll see it when you finish it. Like, there's some plot threads that are left open that I don't know if this season is going to go into.
Of course there is. There's always plot threads.
Mm-hmm.
The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood launches August 16th on Switch and PC. They finally announced Terminator Resistance Complete Edition for Xbox Series. It's on October 27th, or if you own it, you get it, I guess, early in September.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all were all excited about that.
Dude, that game
I didn't even know that game was, like, I had never heard of that game before in my entire life before y'all were talking about it.
That game is
good. Yeah, I always heard it was good. And it came out, I guess, for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, but then they gave it a PlayStation 5 update, and it never came to Xbox Series. Like, they never said they were going to do that. And I was like, well, shoot, I'm going to wait. I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to wait till they do that. And then finally, like, they came through.
Reminds me of God damn it.
When you say Far Cry?
Homefront.
Oh, Homefront.
Well, Far Cry, but I feel it's more appropriate to say, like, it's a lot like Homefront: The Revolution.
I'm loving that. Yeah, because I picked that up.
I mean, that game is great, and it goes on sale for like next to nothing. And if you like Far Cry, it's
dude,
just
I paid $2.99.
Is it just a shooter?
Steal.
Is that a shooter? I've seen it on sale, but I didn't even know what it was.
It's a shooter, but it's open world. Except that Homefront, because you're in different districts of the city, you actually have to play one. Like, you go through multiple maps, but it's urban. It's urban Far Cry.
Think of it like Red Dawn, but with Korea. That's the plot.
It's really good and worth the $2.99 or whatever it goes.
And also, Time Splitters is hidden in that game. You can play it the entirety of Time Splitters.
Really?
Yep.
Yep.
It's in an arcade in the home base.
But I use that as the example because it's like that game has a lot of interesting mechanics that are unique to it, but you kind of, for the trade-off of not feeling just like Far Cry, it just doesn't feel as good to play. Like, say what you want about Far Cry and where it's at now, those games are still generally like feel good to play. And like, there's always a bit in Homefront: The Revolution that made me go, and the same with the Terminator game, where I'm like, something doesn't feel as good, but we're doing weird shit, so I'm down with it.
I'm cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited too because I never actually finished that Terminator game. I think I got like an hour or two in. I was like, this is really good.
Its intro sequence is so good, where you're running to safety from the Terminators, and it's looking around the car for you and stuff.
Yeah, that game is...
You can't go and fight them because they're too powerful. Yeah.
Rumor: Naruto X Boruto Ultimate Ninja Storm Connections launches October 20th, according to a Danish retailer.
People really love those games, right?
Oh,
yeah. My son loves those games. He's excited for that.
I just can't believe how long that series has been around. Sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. Shotgun King, which was released on PC last year, is coming to consoles on August 24th. Sea of Stars is also getting a PlayStation Plus Extra inclusion in addition to Xbox Game Pass. So,
which is awesome.
No, it's awesome, but it's also hilarious. Like,
oh, it absolutely is hilarious. Oh definitely. But I'm just because I feel like because I poked fun at all of the hilarious side of it on Twitter, but like I'm happy for those developers because that I don't know if y'all have played the demo. It's so good. Like Sea of Stars is going to be a legit like.
I mean, it's from the people that brought you The Messenger. It's got to be good.
See, I know y'all like The Messenger. I wasn't.
What?
Like,
no, you get off the show.
I'm sorry.
Show you out.
Damn.
What did he say?
He didn't like The Messenger.
I didn't dig it. I'm sorry. But Sea of Stars, I love everything about. Like, I played that demo on Switch and on Xbox. Like, I love Sea of Stars.
Doesn't it involve boats?
Oh, boy.
Sea of Stars?
Yeah.
They probably got a boat, right?
I mean, it doesn't have boats. I think it's spaceships. You're in space. Oh. It's not. Yeah, it's not actual boat stuff. It's a space.
But it's still a ship, though, right?
I'm thinking the wrong game. Clearly, I don't know what I was thinking of, but I definitely am thinking the wrong game.
Sea of Stars is like a Chrono Trigger kind of.
Yeah, it's like
old RPG.
What the fuck was I? Okay, so there was a game that must have been announced around the same time, and I guess I watched that and thought it was Sea of Stars that had like a boat attached to it. I wasn't fucking around. I was just like, wow, Terrence just seems to like pirate games. Totally not knowing what this is. It's like the first time.
Okay, I thought you were fucking with me.
I was fucking with you.
I know you was.
All right. Okay, whatever. DreamWorks All-Star Racing is coming later this year. Fucking
Jesus.
Whatever.
Fucking Shrek. It's got Shrek in it.
I only want to hear
it's a game mill game too, man.
Of course it is.
It's the same people that do the Nick Kart racing, which makes me go, guys. I mean, like, now I just know you're going to reskin that game essentially.
I'm gonna be doing my drifting.
If it's not playing, and like no one wants to play a Shrek game at this point that doesn't have Smash Mouth's All Star attached to it.
That's that's like his ultimate when you're racing. Is it All Star by Smash Mouth?
But knowing.
Oh, sorry, that reminds me of the scene in Twisted Metal, Terrence, where they torture them.
Oh yes, that show. Oh my god, that show is so good.
Oh, this is my jam. I love this song.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh, that show is so good. And I don't know a whole lot about the lore, but I've caught and you probably caught more than me, some of the I guess they're Easter eggs of the different characters that have been in some of the past games.
Like the hearse,
like the last one.
The hearse in the one episode. There's a named character in that episode as well.
Yep. There was a named one in the one. I think the one I just watched when they went to the
There's two there. The pit
club.
stop. The pit stop.
Yeah, the pit stop.
There's
yeah.
two of them there.
I only caught the one.
There's one.
Okay.
One of them is the dude that smashes the watermelon. Which what the fuck?
Oh,
Gallagher.
Yeah, that's what I said. What the fuck?
No, you need to watch the show to understand why that's a what the fuck
Yeah.
moment. Because he does it with something
you
didn't expect.
I caught the other one. Yeah, I knew who the other one was. I caught the other one. I didn't catch him.
Yeah, Mr. Slam was the the construction vehicle in 2, I believe.
Okay.
So
yeah, y'all should watch it. It's a good show. Okay, I'm sorry. We went. Sorry,
Ocean Horn release date August 2nd, so that's out on Tuesday.
That is. I don't say this as a comment on its quality, but the first one was kind of Wind Waker at home.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah.
But it was built more like an overhead.
Yeah, it was good though.
It was very good. I actually beat that game. I loved it. This is a lot of that. This is like the 3D Z-targeting Zeldas at home.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I did not play the second one. I played the first one on mobile. I have not played the second one.
Kid Fox Games will publish Caves of Qud?
No one knows how to say it.
Okay, it's not just me.
I've heard it said as Cud. But
that's the game to figure out the pronunciation.
Well, it's apparently been in early access for 9 years.
God, what?
Late access at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesus.
It's a super RPG. Like,
what does that mean?
Like
Super 8?
It's more RPG than a regular RPG.
Super RPG.
Look at this screenshot.
I mean, RPG still stands for role-playing game, right? So if you put super in front of it,
yep, that's
holy
the most.
Shit!
Okay,
that's been in access for 9
years. Looks like
Ultima
1.
That took 9 years,
dude. It's
sorry.
a game. This is kind of like
a spreadsheet.
Right?
Yes.
Are people playing this?
I literally in the review I watched where I first heard about this. It's like somebody said. It's the only game where if your boss caught you doing it, he'd assume you're just doing some crazy shit in Excel.
Yeah, that's what
and it's like, yeah. But you've heard of Dwarf Fortress, right?
Yes.
You know how crazy the programming is behind it because like literally anything can happen. That's this, but this is a game where you're playing as a single character going through a randomly generated world where like anything can happen. Like based on like what your character knows and stuff. So like you roll a character, the game kind of randomizes the aspects of it, and then it writes like lore on the spot. Like it's kind of insane.
If you make this a game like this, and one of your super abilities is not a VLOOKUP, you done fucked up.
Or the rare version is the H lookup.
The H lookup, which is like you get YouTube videos of people like, actually, you should use H lookup. Stop using V lookup. It's very
There's
pedestrian.
a whole lot of people right now going, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and then there's a whole lot of people going, fuck.
I do think like if Ryan didn't want to work again, this is the type of shit he'd be into. Because like Ryan, you like role playing.
I do
stuff. This is the like extreme end of it, where like you can replace body parts and stuff, and it changes immediately how you're viewed in the world. That's randomly generated, and everything has stats. It's fucking insane.
It's still in early access, though.
Man, you ever tried to do a VLOOKUP, Terrence?
You know what? I have not. So I guess that would be why it's still in early access.
But
they're going to implement pivot tables in the beta. So
fuck off.
Gotta wait just a little bit.
Oh no, like more Excel humor. What the fuck is happening to this?
You forget that Ryan and I work in this business.
We're 40-year-old nerds. That's what's happening.
I hate Excel. Like anytime I had a guy for my Excel stuff, like literally, I was like, "Hey man, this is what I need," and he hooked me up because I hate. Like I can do very basic stuff. I hate Excel. God. So yeah, nah.
You got to respect people who can like code in that.
Oh,
thing.
I do. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. I had a guy for it. Like, yeah, absolutely respect.
Yeah. I use it a lot now. My boss is like, you need to go do like a whole bunch of Excel because that's like what we use constantly. I was like, fuck, here we go.
Man.
All right, Double Dragon Advance and Super Double Dragon are coming to consoles and PC on November 9th. Switch is getting a physical Double Dragon collection with both titles and Double Dragon 1 through 4. This is weird because it's not arcade versions.
It's the NES
what versions is it?
Yeah, it's NES.
I don't know why there's a fascination with the NES versions of Double Dragon.
The Master
Is that
System version
what
was
people
better.
Played?
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, but most people, when you say Double Dragon,
Played it on the NES.
they think about the NES version.
Yeah.
But more than anything, though, I just surprised it's not the arcade version. That's all.
Yeah, I played the
Also-
arcade version fucking
also-
a billion times.
Weird. You can get, I think, these games in the Kunio-kun collection.
Yes.
Double Dragon Kunio Brawler bundle or whatever.
You can buy them
And-
separate too.
Oh, that's right. You can. I forgot you could do that. Yeah. I mean, the bundle goes on sale for like $12.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
from my understanding, Double Dragon 4 wasn't great.
No, and then Double Dragon 5 was a fighting game, so
No.
go sort that out.
That was the one that was almost more based on the movie, right?
Yeah, it's also on the Jaguar. Just throwing that out there.
Wow, they really just there's a dark period in
Double Dragon
those
history.
years.
Yeah.
No, well that too, but I meant like just in the years of the fucking CD consoles that failed.
Oh man, there's some games on those consoles that you're like, how did this get made for this console?
Well, yeah, like how did you bet so wrong? That's what I want to know. Like, was this the one where you're like, please make this for Jaguar?
There were like, what is there? Like, if you do research on it, like Jaguar had like 40 or 50 games that were in development that were like big stuff. Like Mortal Kombat was supposed to come. I forget, but like, there's a big like handful of like 40 to 50 games that like that are on other things that were supposed to come and that died so fast that they all just got canned.
Yeah.
Anybody remember the Double Dragon cartoon?
Oh god.
Oh, that's
Yes.
what you know. What I think
I like
that's
that
what that
cartoon.
Double Dragon
I did too.
game was based off of. Then
That's what
That's,
the
you know what, Anthony? I was looking it up because I was like, I think that's based off the cartoon. Go ahead,
yeah,
Ryan. Sorry.
the fighting game also had some connection to the cartoon, the one on Super Nintendo. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
It's Double
So-
Dragon
so
5. That's what it's
the
called.
Shadow Falls.
Yeah.
Did you say thong? Like thong?
No, the Shadow Falls.
Oh, okay.
You just gonna keep referencing Twisted Metal.
I didn't even mean to that time. It just happened.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, the music in that show is crazy. It's all 90s shit.
Yeah.
Like,
oh man.
you watch that show and you're like, oh, that fucking song. Okay.
I would have pictured like new metal.
Nope, it's literally all not like they play Hanson at one point. I just want to tell you that.
Yep.
Anyway,
I guess new metal would be for Twisted Metal Black.
Yes,
It's our second
Yeah.
Hanson reference of the podcast so far, by the way. If
That is-
anybody's
Oh wow,
keeping track.
yes it was.
too many. Cook Serve Delicious Remustard launches in 2024.
Also the name of Hanson's fifth album.
It is. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 is coming to everything and launches October 24th. Niantic is making a new game. Monster Hunter Now launches September 14th.
What is that?
It's like
They do too
Pokemon Go kind of
Pokemon
thing.
Go, but monster hunting. You know they have one that's The Witcher. I don't know if it's still up.
I did know they had that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
refused to play it, but yeah, I did know they had that.
Crazy.
Broforce free last DLC called Broforce Forever launches August 8th. Also, Broforce is coming to Xbox on the same day. I can't
Pretty
believe that
excited
game
about
was
this.
not on Xbox. That's wild.
Yeah. I have it on PlayStation and PC, and Broforce is so fun. Like it's just funny too. I'm pretty hyped about that release. And finally
They did a Expendables tie-in game too at one point.
Yep.
I have that too.
Expendables. Yeah.
Yep, I have that on PC.
In addition to the Xbox version of Final Fantasy XIV, they also announced their new expansion, which will also include a graphical update, their first graphical update in many, many years, called Dawn Trail, launching, shockingly, summer 2024. Life by You has been delayed to March 5th, 2024. Overpass 2 release date moved from October 19th to September 28th. Simon the Sorcerer Origins delayed to 2024. And Ayuden Chronicles, the spiritual successor to Suikoden, has gotten delayed to Q2 of 2024.
Hadn't that been delayed a bunch? Because isn't that the one that's like the sequel to the one that Ayuden Chronicles? Okay.
The spiritual successor is Suikoden, but also that Ayuden Chronicles was like a prelude to those games.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, the side-scrolling action game. Yeah, that's like a mini version of the story. So yeah.
Okay, got it.
What do we got here? Criterion is rumored to be working on the next Need for Speed, according to a job listing on LinkedIn.
I guess Burnout is dead. All right.
Yes,
fine.
Burnout's been dead. It's never coming back.
That's sad.
Sam Fisher is driving a Burnout car in hell. That's what's happening.
Yep, that is probably what's happening. Yeah.
What do we got here? CD Projekt Red has laid off 9% of its staff, around 100 employees. According to multiple sources, Ubisoft has canned the sequel to Immortals Phoenix Rising. The sequel, earlier this month, Ubisoft plans to focus more on its biggest IPs and had problems establishing Immortals as a big new IP. That sucks.
That's sad. Because I liked that game. There was stuff they could have fixed that could have made it great, because it was really good and the story was good. That sucks. I guess we'll get a lot of Assassin's Creed now, though.
Mm-hmm. A new Rockstar logo for Red Dead Redemption appeared, codenamed RDR1RP or SP. People are thinking it's
just sound like you activated the Winter Soldier.
I did. The sleeper agent has been activated. You don't even know. Apparently, it's a Red Dead Redemption remaster that was supposed to be announced on Friday, and then this weekend, and here we sit. Nothing's happened.
Yeah, they ain't announced it yet.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I got to read these. Go ahead.
I hope that it comes.
Oh, but absolutely. I would love to replay that game. It's probably the game of last generation, that and Uncharted 2.
I hope that it includes the DLC, the expansion pack.
Oh my god.
Undead Nightmare.
Undead Nightmare.
Yeah.
I said last generation and nobody corrected me. That was 2 generations ago.
Oh, yeah, well.
It was.
Right.
I heard you, and I was in my head as I was talking. That's why I was stuttering, because I was like, wait, is that math right? That's not.
No,
but
that
whatever.
was 2 generations ago.
To be fair, we're still calling PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series next generation consoles.
That's true.
So,
2 years in? Yeah, that makes sense. I gotta say these words. Tell me if you ever heard these 3 names in the same sentence. Nicki Minaj, Snoop Dogg, and Lara Croft are coming to Call of Duty Season 5.
Wow.
Nice. But for real though, I'm gonna get that Snoop Dogg skin. Actually, my daughter says she's hyped about the Nicki Minaj one. I didn't know. Who's the other person you said?
Lara Croft.
Okay, yeah, that's wild, but okay. All right.
Sorry, I probably pronounced it wrong. What is the people yell about her name? Is it Lara?
Laura.
No, it's Laura.
I thought it was Lara. I don't know. People get mad about dumb shit. That's just the internet, though.
Yeah, they do. I mean, I'm pretty sure they call her Laura. And speaking of, I need to finish that last game from that trilogy.
Oh, what's the last one?
Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I think. Okay. Is that what it is? Shadow?
No, Shadow was 2, wasn't it?
No, that's Rise.
That's Rise. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. I can't keep up with the names. There's too many of them.
Just literally at some points, when they start putting words either at the end or before, because I think it's Rise of the Tomb Raider. Never mind. Anyways, regardless, it's how the fuck do I put that alphabetically?
Dude, my OCD drives me crazy when I go to look at my Tomb Raider games and they're all together except for Shadow and Rise.
But, yeah,
they're all down there.
It's shit. I personally just fudge the system at that point and put
them with the other Tomb Raider games.
Yeah, in chronological release. But it's just, it's hard to know which one you're playing. If someone wanted to play the first Tomb Raider game, luckily the first one you just named Tomb Raider, even though that already existed. How do they know which one's the next one to move on to? without doing research. Just put a fucking 2 on it.
Exoprimal has surpassed 1 million players, and only 1% of those are still playing.
Yep.
That's
I'm sorry, I made that last part up, but I'm assuming it's correct.
Nah, it's probably facts, man. That's probably facts. Like, I uninstalled, and like I said, they dropped that new mode, but what they didn't put in there is that it's like a thing that you got to do with randoms. Like, you don't have to have like a team. Is there a team's worth of people still playing? Like, I mean,
no, you just give me bots. Just give me bots.
That's even worse. Like, no.
Capcom has acquired Sword Cane Studio, which worked on games like Street Fighter VI and Hi-Fi Rush. And Tencent has acquired Visual Arts. This was a fun story.
Can we put a moratorium on motherfuckers acquiring other motherfuckers?
No, it's going to keep happening because Sony just hired an acquisition specialist. Just FYI.
I know.
Here's a fun story, and I hope that this gets sorted out, but apparently Hasbro really, really, really wants Xbox and Activision to bring back the Transformers games, and according to an employee of Activision, they don't know which hard drive the games are on.
It's fucking hilarious. I saw that the other day when you posted the Discord and laughed my ass off.
Like,
we've lost all the Transformer games.
We just lost them. We don't know where they are.
What do you mean we lost? We just lost them. Don't know where they are.
Holy shit.
Like, that's the kind of shit that you heard about happening when people were developing stuff for the Apple IIc. Like,
PS2 era has a lot of those stories.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? Come on, man.
But didn't they re-release those? They released because I have it.
The War for Cybertron, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I have that one.
It's like when the WWE Network came out and they were talking about all the old territory footage that they could put on there. They're like, well, some of it we don't have because they just kept taping back over the blank tapes. Because they had no concept whatsoever that anybody would ever actually want to watch them again. So,
yeah. So, wow.
we actually coded over all the stuff for Transformers. We just deleted that file.
I mean, that's what happened to Silent Hill. That's what happened to Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's wow.
That's the reason why when you look at the remasters, certain aspects are completely changed in Kingdom Hearts. Lateral changes. For the most part, it still works. Just, maybe the original design was better. And then in the case of Silent Hill 2, I mean, just look at that remaster.
Like, I can imagine something like that happening with some shitty late 90s character platformer that nobody is going to care about, but a fucking Transformers license?
Yeah.
How do you lose those games?
Like, what the hell?
I mean, Activision finished up their time where they were buying licenses, and I feel like, dude, I would be curious to know if they have the Spider-Man games, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Probably not.
Like,
the good news is all those games are out there if you know where to look.
Yeah, but it's just after. Yeah, like what was? I can't remember what their last licensed game was.
I thought it was Spider-Man, or no, Transformers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right?
Yeah, I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But yeah, after that, I was like, oh, they wiped these off the face of the planet. Like, the only one that ever came back after, like, losing the license was the Deadpool game.
No, they also re-released War for Cybertron.
War for Cybertron.
I forgot about that Deadpool.
They were like...
game.
Everybody forgot about that. I see people asking for it to bring it back. I was like,
It's not great.
No, it's
not. Yeah, I have it. It's not great.
Definitely not.
That Transformers game, though.
I'm going to say
no, it's not. That game is fantastic because I've been playing through that.
Yeah, that game's great.
Oh my god, that game is still so good.
Microsoft needs to dig out all these and get the licenses and put them on back compat and just be done, man.
Yep. Because they would have that X-Men game now. Because that was Activision.
The Raven built X-Men Legends.
Yeah.
With Nightcrawler creeping around like the Thriller video.
Yep. Ultimate Alliance? Ooh, baby!
They re-released those. They're not as good as X-Men Legends. I'm going to say that right now.
Well, They're not, but I still like and I missed the re-release. I don't know why I didn't buy them, but
Ultimate Alliance
had something
2
going on at the time.
I think is kind of bad.
You know what else?
It is. It is.
So Activision owns Vivendi, which owns Incredible Hulk: Ultimate Destruction.
God damn.
Oh, let's go, because I played that recently too. Yeah, bring that back. Remaster
great
that.
too.
Oh my god.
Yep, they have so much crap laying around, and it's just sad. Because now all they do is make Call of Duty.
The prototype series, like hopefully Microsoft frees these different people from their Call of Duty dungeons.
Also another excellent game, Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep. That's another one I booted up recently. That one is really good too.
Venom in that game is great.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 1 confirmed Garrus is returning in his Keepers of the Time trailer. This shows him teaming up with Darius, which is like
fucking Darius.
mediocre combos.
But what they did together was pretty hard. That was pretty dope.
And Darius's combo looked pretty good in that.
Yeah, but it's Darius.
His X-ray move or whatever.
Darius, though. Come on.
I know, but just because he sucked before doesn't mean they can't make him something now.
Right. Yeah, I think they made him better.
I mean, they can't make him worse.
Well, I did see that trailer though. That was good. Garrus looks good.
Helldivers got its ESRB rating. It's rated M for mature. I think that's it. I think that's all the news I got. Whew, that was a lot, man. Let me check the emails, see if any of those filtered in, which is where you should be sending things now that, I don't know, like
Twitter is no longer safe.
I tweeted and I was like, send us a tweet, an X, a post. I don't know what this shit's called. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm real close to joining Anthony on the Twitter exile because like I go on there anymore and I'm just like exile. Know. Like half of nice. I didn't even catch I did that. Like half of what I see in my feed, like not the other one, is what I want, and then others is like sex stuff, and I'm like, damn. Can I just? Damn! Like, yeah, I'm about to.
It's gotten so bad that there's memes of it now. Like, if you go into the replies of a popular post, and there's like all these girls trying to sell their OnlyFans, and you see the meme of SpongeBob like, "I'm not buying your OnlyFans."
Yep, I've seen it. It's just bad now.
Yeah, and there for a while, there was a popular Twitter account that was not a bot, was an actual human person. And the purpose of their Twitter account was to look at the hidden replies in a post to tell people what was in them so that they wouldn't go look at them. Because there was so much like gore and horrible stuff being posted.
The internet was a mistake.
It really was.
Yeah.
I think giving it to everyone was the mistake. You should have had to pass the test.
What was also a mistake was firing the fucking moderation team, or at least most of the moderation team on Twitter.
We had to pay for his glowing X on top of the building.
Yeah, fuck that. Did you see that?
The strobe light? Yeah.
Unbelievable. If I lived anywhere near to that, I would be complaining every day.
Yep. I was like, that is bright as hell. Like, that is illuminating the next door office building. Like, what the fuck, man?
Unbelievable. And I saw that they changed the button from tweet to post.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that this morning.
None of those changes, by the way, have made their way to my Apple app. So
mine either.
It's up there. Like, I finally got it this weekend. But here's a funny story. I saw a tweet about or whatever the fuck you want to call him. So apparently he can't rename the app X in the App Store because apps have to have a name of at least 2 characters.
Nice.
So it's still called Twitter.
Nice. Why don't they just call it X Social or something like that?
I don't know.
Although I gotta tell you,
stupid.
That sounds like a porn site.
It does.
I mean, they have. Isn't there video? It used to be Twitter videos. It's now called X videos.
Oh God,
Jesus.
I would not want to type in X videos to see if that's Twitter videos or not.
Yeah, I saw some screenshots floating around, and that Twitter account is now called X videos, and I'm like, well, that's not a good way to go. No.
Yeah. I'm about to be done with Twitter. Like I'll figure something else out because it just, bruh. I don't understand what the homie's end game is.
I enjoy. Like Blue Sky's interface is fine. It's just like Twitter, but.
Yeah.
Fucking nobody's there.
No, nobody's there. Like, everybody signed up and never posts.
It's to the point where, like, I signed up. I have not posted one fucking thing on Blue Sky. Not one. And I keep getting all these people following me. And I'm like, why are you... And they're not people that know me from Twitter. They're just Blue Sky users who can't follow anybody else, so they're just desperately searching for somebody who's posting something.
Yeah, the same thing happened to Threads, right?
I haven't posted anything.
Well, Threads, I was going to say, finally added the option to just look at who you are following.
How do you not lost with that?
But if I want to get Threads, I have to have an Instagram account, right?
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't know. I think
you do.
If you have an Instagram account, you have to use the same name on Threads?
No, you have to have an Instagram account to sign up. You absolutely
so let me ask you a question. If I have an Instagram account, if I have a Facebook account, is it going to automatically link all that shit?
Not to Facebook, no.
You have to. If you have an Instagram account, it has to be the exact same name.
And
as Facebook or just as Instagram?
As Instagram. So your Blue Sky or your Threads name will be exactly the same as your Instagram name.
But
okay. What I don't have an Instagram. So
I was gonna say, what you're asking though is, will Instagram automatically connect to your Facebook?
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
You can literally turn that off in Facebook.
Okay.
I think you can turn it off in Instagram as well. Like it's like don't auto share to Facebook.
But also to your point about Blue Sky, Ryan, Threads like user count like jumped when it first launched, and it's dropped like 80% since then.
Yeah, I mean, not that all the Facebook shit even really matters, because I have a Facebook that I never use. I am never on it.
I deleted mine. I was like, fuck this.
I deleted mine.
It's so bad. Like, how is this... Why do you have to go and ruin the one place that was like cool to find news on? Like, I don't... I'm gonna
say something that like isn't foolproof, but I think the internet was better when most people stuck to forums.
Yeah, I liked forums a lot better, which is why I like Discord. I actually like Discord.
Yeah, it's a mess though when you start joining a bunch. Like, cause if you don't silence it, your phone is going off like 24/7.
Yeah, you gotta manage your notifications well.
Yeah, which takes a lot.
But yeah, like all the data and like information we lost when forums were closed because it was based around niche concepts.
Yep.
We used to have a forum.
We did. We did used to have a forum.
We did.
Forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyway, we have some X's, some posts, whatever the fuck they're called. Kane wants to know, hey, are you guys going to watch Twisted Metal, or has Heels Stars caught your eye?
So, I keep thinking about watching Heels, although my annoyance at one CM Punk may push me away from Heels a little bit. But I have not watched Twisted Metal yet, although I intend to, and I know these guys have because we talked about it.
I think
Twisted Metal's great.
It's only
Heels
10,
great too.
It's only 10 episodes. Twisted Metal's only 10 episodes, and they're 30 minutes apiece, which is really good for bite-sized watching.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying that. I'll probably finish that either tonight or tomorrow because I want to get through
I'm
it.
gonna finish it up after this show. Actually, get some lunch, and I'm gonna finish up Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that show is like, it's so much better than it has any right to be.
You said they're half-hour episodes, right?
Yeah, 30 minutes. Yep, every episode is 30 minutes.
I may watch those on my lunch break this week.
Yep, they're great for that. Shogun says, a couple weeks back, Ken mentioned that he's in a gaming slump. I can agree. I've been playing Battlefield 2042 because it's a game. I can turn my brain off and play.
It's a game.
That he can turn his brain off and play, but surprisingly, I've been addicted to Mighty Doom using a controller on my tablet. What's your favorite mobile game?
Oh, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you, mine is Marvel Snap, is what I play the most of, which is that Marvel card game, because you can play like it's so quick. Like you can play a bunch of matches real fast. Like you just waiting to do something, you run through a match, whatever. So that's what I go to.
Yeah, I tend to invest a significant amount of time in games for a short period of time on mobile. Like Survivor.io, I played a lot of, but I haven't played it in months. But I'd say just for consistency's sake, in terms of two games that I keep on my phone and continuously go back to, one of them is Retro Bowl, which is excellent, an excellent Tecmo Bowl style football game.
Oh yeah, didn't they put that on Switch recently?
They did, yeah, they did put it on Switch, but it's free on mobile. So, and it's got different controls on mobile. And then the best, I will go to my grave saying that the best free to play mobile game of all time is Konami Pixel Puzzle. It is a nonograms game. So, Picross, whatever you want to call it, that is all Konami related puzzles. It's completely free. They have, a couple minor, completely unobtrusive static ads on the home screen that you can close with one click with no timers associated with them. They're not videos. They're just pictures of other Konami games. And there are a ton of puzzles. I don't even know how to count how many puzzles there are in this game. But it's a lot. And it's, they have puzzles from, action games for Konami, shooting games, and then sports games, and then they've got some specific like Castlevania, Bomberman, Parodius, Gradius. If you like Picross at all, or like pixel puzzle games, you should definitely play that game because it's amazing. And once you finish all the puzzles for the first time, you restart in expert mode where you're not allowed to make X's on squares shouldn't be filled in, which just adds a whole nother layer to it. So yeah, I will go down as saying it is the best mobile game I have ever played in terms of the fact that it's completely free and it's got very little ads.
Cool.
If you like pixel puzzle games, it's one to play.
I know it's terrible. I don't play mobile games. But the only mobile game I played a lot of that didn't involve me grinding for costumes in Mortal Kombat mobile was fucking Angry Birds.
Oh, yeah.
I played
Angry
the
Birds
shit out of that game back on when I had an Android phone. Like, that's how long ago it was. I've had an iPhone for like 10 years. So, like, back when I had an Android phone, I played fucking Angry Birds, like, all the time.
Yep.
Other than that, I don't play.
Exceptional.
Yeah, it was fun. It was simple. It was, I didn't know what that game sounded like because I never played with sound for like a year and a half. I had no idea what the sound effects sounded like. Anthony, do you have a mobile game or you just don't do that?
I was trying to think of stuff, like all the stuff I played. You know what? I do, but you can't get it anymore. My go-to mobile game were the Doom RPG and Wolfenstein RPGs. Because it was basically a first-person shooter, but it was turn-based. So it managed to work out perfectly. I could save the game and come back to it mid-level. I didn't have to worry about unpausing the game and there instantly being shots fired at me. It was this game that I could play as best as I could, I tried some of the early first-person shooters and they didn't feel as good as those. What was it? Nova was the game I tried out. Then I was like, I don't know if first-person shooters are for the iPod Touch. But yeah, I don't really play the other stuff like that. So
three other quickly mobile games that are in the Hall of Fame for me. Goblin Sword, which is excellent.
I have that. I didn't know that was a mobile game. I have that Switch.
Yep, it started as a mobile game. It's excellent on mobile. Puzzles and Dragons is in the Hall of Fame. That game is amazing, and I have pried myself away from addiction to it 3 times now, and don't intend to get re-addicted to it, but it's good. And Stardew Valley on mobile is also great. If you haven't played Stardew Valley.
My wife just recently started playing that because they put it on Apple Arcade, and she likes that version better than the console version.
I think the mobile version is better than the console version. I think it's easier to control, and I think I just think it works better. I like the mobile version a lot.
I do have one thing to add. There is a game called The Quest. There's now a PC version available.
Dungeon crawler.
It's a dungeon crawler that's like semi-open world.
Yep.
And that's the closest you can kind of get to the Wolfenstein Doom RPGs. And there's if you're playing on iPhones, I think all the DLC is there, where it's like a third-party DLC was made. So there's like a ton of content for it.
So in that same vein, Legend of Grimrock is good on mobile as well. That's also on PC.
Oh, I didn't know that was. Yeah, as I said, I didn't know that one was either.
Yep.
All right. Interesting tidbit I just saw on X is that Game Pass Ultimate accounts for 70 to 80% of Game Pass subscribers.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I believe it.
Other than that, I don't have anything else. If you want to send us an email, that's probably going to be the best way going forward, because Twitter just feels like it is falling apart finally, truthfully.
X, thank you.
It's going to be Twitter forever to me, Anthony. That's just what it is.
Twitter is dead.
Like when people try to tell me that Google is actually Alphabet, I'm like, nah.
No, Alphabet is the parent company.
Yeah, like nah. And what is it, Meta? I'll never call it Meta. It's Facebook.
Yeah,
that to me seemed to be an escape from some criticism that they were receiving.
It will never be X. It will be Twitter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, except that I don't think Mark Zuckerberg is as much of an asshole on what you call his parent company. You absolutely know that Elon Musk is an asshole who will make sure that everybody doesn't call Twitter anymore.
Man, how much talent does it take to make Mark Zuckerberg look like a better person?
I mean, the lack of charisma, despite trying, is impressive.
It's just, wow. It's crazy. But anyway, that's the show.
How can you try so hard to be liked and fail this poorly?
I don't know, man. Maybe you should stop trying, because it ain't working. But anyway, that's the show for this week. Phoenix Down's rocking that Resident Evil remake. That first episode went up on Friday, so you can check that out. I know they will definitely continue that one. That's a pretty easy game to kind of go week to week on. So I think those episodes will be out. You can still tweet at us. I'll still check it. For now, I don't know what's going to happen with that thing over the next few months, so I don't know. Maybe we'll see how many people are on Blue Sky. That's the other problem with Blue Sky is like you gotta have an invite to get there, and nobody's posting. So,
right,
it's just, I don't know. It feels bad.
I don't have any invites yet. I am not.
I got any invites.
It takes a couple. It takes a while. Yeah, it took me a while to get them. I had 2. I gave you 1, Ryan. I still got 1 left.
Here's how I'll put this though. If you're not getting invites, take a moment. Do you really want this in your life anymore? This is your out. Remember that person that you can't unfriend because you know they're going to be upset with you if you do that? Well, this is a free opportunity to lose them in your life.
Yeah.
Think about it, guys. It might be just the escape you need.
Also,
I keep
Anthony,
thinking about if it wasn't for the fact that I get so much of my news from Twitter, X.
Yes.
I would have been gone a long time ago, but not just actual news, but baseball news and stuff like that as well.
Yep.
And there's very little baseball presence, at least for the Reds, that's on Blue Sky yet. So
yeah, all of my training camp news has come from Twitter. As I'm watching football ramp up, all of my training camp news comes from Twitter. And it's just there's nothing on Blue Sky. I go to Blue Sky and there's 2 dudes that have accepted it as their Lord and Savior, and they tweet all the time, or they skeet all the time. And it's okay.
You really should have looked into that.
Yeah.
yeah, so we're facing a problem up here where the government is kind of getting pissy with all the social media sites, and I'm including YouTube, for not having enough Canadian content on it, as well as like how the news is like kind of given away for free, I guess. And so like my government might remove the ability to even see the news if I was still on Twitter.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's a nice Western democracy you've got there, Canada.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound oppressive at
here's
all.
Here's how it's being presented. People should be paid for the work they do, correct? But like at the same time, Twitter is linking to the post. Like, I don't think they understand the role of what essentially is the public public version of like finding the most popular information, public aggregator of like these articles, right? Like that's how they get to other people. It's not hosting the information on there. So they're kind of pissy about that stuff. Also, the CRTC says there's not like sites like YouTube need to make sure there's enough Canadian content.
How about Canada needs to make sure there's enough Canadian content?
Here's the fucking thing. Like, guys, there's plenty, like, I hate to say this, it's an equal opportunity on YouTube. There's plenty of people all around the world who are famous from YouTube. Okay. You know, like, yes, you probably are more popular if you are an American, but, like, that doesn't mean that you're not popular because you're Canadian.
Listen, here's what I know. There's about 18 million Shrek memes involving All-Star on YouTube, and Mike Myers is Canadian, so there's plenty of Canadian content on there.
Yeah, so that's the reason why when people say, like, oh, well, you know, Nickelback's a terrible band. Like, you haven't even had to hear them as much because they are considered Canadian content. So
I thought he was going to say they're considered Canadian royalty for a minute.
I thought he was about to say that too. I was like, wow, I didn't know that. All right.
That's the Princess of Canada.
But because they're considered Canadian content, there's like certain things you have to meet to be considered Canadian content. Like you need to have like 5 out of 10 things that they have listed.
One of them maple syrup.
And because radio is close, sure. And because radio is kind of fucked as it is, where they only play like 100 songs on a station, and it's all kind of like safe music, and Nickelback is safe. Like, guess who gets fucking shuffled in on like pop stations or rock stations? Nickelback, because they're Canadian content, they're safe to play, and you only have 100 songs or so. Done. It's awful. I understand the logic is like, well, you know, independent Canadian content can have justify as good of a fighting chance against, you know, corporate American products, but then they just take the same fucking people from Canada and just fucking keep showing them and playing them. It's crap.
One of the qualifications is if you've ever made it as a wise man, or if you could cut it as a poor man stealing. Nickelback passed on both accounts.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, that one was great.
So,
fuck, that was good.
All right. Well, on that note, we're gonna get out of here, and we'll be back next week with some more video game shit, and probably some other weird conversations about, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, nothing else. We'll get out of here. Peace, bitch.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.